Hey everybody, welcome to Mahoney Matters, our news magazine show. I'm editor Chris Pugh, got Guy Vogren, longtime journalist. He now works for the Trumbull County Prosecutor's Office. Hey Guy, how's it going?
Oh, I'm doing well, Chris. It was a nice weekend weather-wise, except for the last part of Sunday. We had some hail and thunderstorms that broke through the Trumbull County area, and some people had like up to a 5-hour power outage.
Yeah, I was going to say last week, tons of rain. Saturday was actually kind of nice. And
Right?
then Sunday, I did
For the
about
most part, was beautiful. Yeah.
I did about an hour or two of work before church, just making sure we catch everything. And all I saw Sunday morning was weather warnings. So we had a story yesterday about some severe weather that was forecast in the area on Sunday. So when will the
Yeah,
rain go
that
away?
was it. It hit mostly Trumbull and then went on to western Pennsylvania. Mercer County had lots of warnings through the night.
Yeah, so we're hoping for a little bit of dry weather. That would be good.
Right, right.
Well,
Yeah. Monday
well,
has dawned bright and sunny.
well, we're doing what we did yesterday. We've done a couple interviews. The one we did last week with Dave Revel's upcoming concert in Warren. We will run that soon, and we have another interview that we're taping right after this. So we're going to do a quick look at a couple real short things that have happened.
You have
Um,
breaking news.
yeah, breaking news happened today. We spent weeks and weeks talking about this last year. Um, the teacher strike that happened in Youngstown. One of the things we talked about was when they came to agreement last year that it was a 1 year deal. So we said, man, hopefully they can talk early. If they don't, are we going to have another strike in August or September this year? Well, thankfully, we're not. They came out with news that they've accepted a 1 year tentative deal. Apparently, they were kind of meeting in the background. So there's a tentative deal that's been reached. Sources I've talked to with the school district and the teachers union say, hey, we still got to ratify it. The school district wants the Board of Education to look at it. But it seems pretty good that it's actually a tentative deal. Looks like something might happen. Guy, we talked about this a lot last year. I think the worst thing Youngstown could do is be in a strike with everything else they're dealing with now. So I got props to them for taking care of
Right.
this.
I think both sides recognize that we need to get this out of the way before summer. And thanks, big host of gratitude goes out to the negotiators for indeed getting it done. Now, I know both sides, their respective people, the board has to approve it, and then the rank and file of the union has to okay it before it becomes official. And we'll probably see some details come out before those two votes happen.
Yeah, the school district spokesperson, I thought it was an interesting quote she had. She said, we sincerely thank the YEA bargaining team for a collegial process. And you remember some of the quotes. It was almost like each side was putting out press releases like, can you top this?
Right.
We're
There
going
was a
to,
lot of bad blood. It looks like
yes.
they got their grievances out of the
Yep.
way, and they put the kids first, and that is always a good sign. And the public can rest easy now. Have a good summer.
And we've
They'll
had
know
some,
when their kids will be back in the classroom.
yeah. And we've had some news. I mean, the school district's going for an investigation now. Some questions with, 9/11, well, not 9/11, COVID payments that are out there. So, there's still obstacles the school needs to overcome. But I think in a situation like that, let's take care of at least one of the obstacles. Like, I think, I can't remember which one of us said it last year, but it's like, get first downs. You're not going to get touchdowns. Get
Right.
first downs. I look at this as a first down in the process. So
Right.
there's still
Well, even
to
even
go.
a score. I would give it a
Oh,
score. So
okay.
they got the lead in
Yeah.
public relations at least, and maybe they can capitalize on it and get some more.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad you said that. So it's good to see. Wanted to talk a little bit with the rest of our time. It's interesting, and I know some of our readers question these stories. There's a great service out there called Stacker, and they do this with a lot of big cities across Ohio and across America. they offer their services for free to help journalists out. So what they do is they kind of rank things a lot. And you say, well, how do they rank things? Well, they look at reviews. So Stacker likes looking at Yelp reviews to say, what are the best Italian restaurants in Cleveland or Dayton or Cincinnati or Columbus or wherever it might be. Well, they write for Youngstown area publications, and they did a study via Yelp to say, what are the best pizza places in the Youngstown area? Now, they'll say Youngstown, we know what they're referring to, the Mahoning Valley. They'll say Youngstown region, but that's a region, obviously, we all know here is the Valley. So, and you might say, well, how does Stacker pick them up or pick out who's the best? Well, all they do is they look at Yelp reviews. So if someone in the Valley or someone visits the Valley, they go to a restaurant and they write a review, Stacker just says, well, what are the people saying of what's the best place for different foods in the area? So this past weekend, they did a story saying, what are the highest ranked pizza restaurants in the Youngstown area by diners? Any guess on what Yelp was saying was the best pizza?
Well, let's see. We've had a couple rankings here. I would say Bellaria.
They actually said Uptown Pizza. Now,
Uptown. Wow, that's interesting.
Now, I think, now again, I think when you think about when you do a review on Yelp, it's not just based on the pizza. Maybe it's also based on customer service. Maybe it's based on the price.
Okay. Right.
Yeah. So I look at these as kind of a comprehensive reviews, not just what's the best tasting pizza, but what's the best experience. So yeah, 4.3 out of 5. And again, these are all based on Yelp reviews that came in. And, overall.
Usually I run into these Yelp reviews when I'm looking up on vacation, trying to get a good hotel room.
Well, and I got to tell you, too, a 4.3 out of 5. Again, I think it's great because just think about this.
That's a good review.
Well, I hate to stereotype things, but usually people go to Yelp when they're ticked off at somebody. Like they might say,
right.
"Oh, man, I had a horrible experience." So you're more likely to run to Yelp to give a 1 star and say how bad something was. So,
that's right. If you're looking for a repairman or a place to get get your roof redone.
Yeah,
that's where you go to.
Yeah, and oftentimes, and again, so when you look at this, you say, "Wow, to get that good of ratings." Usually, and when people get bad ratings, it's not always accurate. Maybe they're just grumbling. Maybe they're like,
and Uptown is a dark horse candidate for Valley Pizza. I mean, I could name at least 4 popular places that have scored well in other reviews. Like I said, Bellaria. We have Wedgwood. We also have Sunrise up here in Trumbull County, and the Elmton in Struthers.
Okay,
always had great pizza reviews.
Well, we've got a few minutes, so let me go over some of these other ones too.
Okay, yeah.
Number 2, Cornersburg. It's on Campfield
Cornersburg. Road. Okay, that was the other one I was thinking about.
Number 3, Wedgwood Fernando's on South Avenue in Youngstown.
What was their rating?
4.3 out of 5. That was for.
Okay.
Again, they just compiled the ratings of the most recent reviews on there. Number 4, Uptown Pizza Shops, 4.3 out of 5 on Belmont Avenue.
Okay. Uptown also has a location in Boardman on Market.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bruno Brothers, Market
Bruno
Street.
Brothers, another popular choice of the local pizza diners.
Wedgwood Fernando's. Now, again, there's
a couple. Yeah, we have many locations of Wedgwood Pizza.
They specifically mentioned the one on South Raccoon Road, but there's a couple locations out there.
Right.
Number 7, Rise Pies. I've never been there.
Okay, yes. That's a fairly newcomer to the pizza wars here in the Valley. And I believe Eddie Moransky has a hand in financing Rise Pies.
Yeah, I'll have to try. Now, again, I'm recently for Hardcast, so it's got to be a healthier pizza. But if they have
I would look into Rise Pies for healthy pizza.
Nick
Not
Alonso.
that the others are really bad for you. I think there's the many the workers, and another one that's popular in Trumbull County is Pizza Joe's and
Yeah.
Diana Zones
Yeah. Well, we just did a story on Pizza Joe's. They're talking about
with their
expanding,
healthy pie.
yeah, with the plant based. Yeah. Back to the Reigns, 8 Nicolini's Restaurante on South Raccoon Road.
Okay, looks like
Okay.
Austintown is into Yelp.
Yes, yes. Or positive people are in the Yelp in Austintown where they
Right.
seem to be happier when they're done. Marino's Italian Cafe, Mahoning Avenue.
Another Austintown place. They have good pizza, but of course they have other things there too, Italian food wise.
And again, we take these stories directly from Stacker. So the last couple ones I mentioned has a Youngstown address, but you know how it is. They're just looking at the mailing address. So
Right.
you might say, "Well, it's in Austintown." Well, again,
Right. Right.
real.
Austintown's a
So,
44511 zip
right,
code with the Youngstown mailing address.
right. Number 10, Avalon. Now, some people would argue that
Oh
Avalon
yes,
should be a lot higher. Again, this is just based on Yelp reviews. So
that's
maybe
the
there's a
downtown Avalon. I would like to see more locations for the Avalon.
yep. Number 11, Papa Gigi's Italian Villa on Boardman Poland Road.
Okay, it's another newcomer to the Pizza Wars.
Laraca's Pizza and Pasta on Klingen Road.
Okay, that's Poland.
Yep.
That
And then,
that's that maybe doesn't get valley-wide recognition, but the people of Poland probably are well familiar with that product.
yeah, running down the list, number 13, Inner Circle Pizza. We have
Okay,
workout. Yeah.
Inner Circle has been unfortunate to have a couple closings. They were really popular. Now their only location is in Canfield.
Yeah. And again, sometimes these closings happen. It's a uncertain economy for some of these restaurants out there. But, it's a good probably reminder, support your local restaurants, especially
Right,
restaurants you like.
especially your pizzas. I mean,
Yeah.
I know that Pizza Hut and Domino's and Papa John's have been getting good deals, but as far as taste and how could I forget Coca's Pizza, another big chain that has really expanded in the valley in the last